somewhere first or second day, the MC says, you know, we just like to take a minute and recognize $1 million earners. Well, I'm up on the front row like John is, you know, and I've got my new $1 million earner pin. I'm like shining that baby up. I'm a little proud of it, okay? I'm not telling you I'm not proud. I think that's a decent accomplishment. So I hop out of my seat. I run up on stage, and as I start to walk across the stage, I look back, and the aisles are empty. The people are just standing. You guys ever seen one of those videos of Billy Graham when he used to have those big, you know, altar calls and those coliseums, and everybody would just come down, right? I mean, that's what this thing looked like. They're falling out of the aisles by the hundreds. I said, what is this? Do you guys realize that we now have over 1,000 people who have earned $1 million with Nu Skin? I don't know what the count is today. Does anyone know? It's 1,009 last time. But we add a new one every 3 days. That's why I can't keep up with the count. But back then, it was probably $800 million earners. So these $1 million earners start to come up on the stage. And I'm like just blown away by this. And then they said, oh, we'd like to have the $5 million earners come up. You guys realize we have 134 $5 million earners? So they start falling out into the aisles. And then it's like, hey, $10 million earners. When they get to $20 million, we got 34 of those guys. So I'm literally hanging on to the edge of the stage going, isn't this the coolest company? You're a $1 million earner, and you're just one of the guys. See, in every direct sale company, there is somebody that earns a lot of money. Go to one of these little network marketing meetings, and they're going to tell you about Bob or George. I think Bob is the guy that formulated the product. There's always the brilliant Dr. Bob, the one scientist that they own with the one ingredient or one product. And then there's always the one distributor who's made real money. See, that doesn't impress me. The guy that founded the company, who knows, some superstar. But see, here's what is so cool about Nu Skin. People who work make money. I go on vacation every year with over 1,000 people. We can't find hotels big enough. We have to rent cruise ships now. We're going to Norway this year. I go on vacation with 1,000 people whose average income is $617,000 a year. So you guys with me now? You want to hear about this comp plan? You want to pay attention to this? You got the main ingredient: more customers, more distributors, more money you make. Here's the second rule of the comp plan. I want you to write this down. I want you to underline it. I want you to believe it with all your heart. Is you don't make money until you become an executive. You do not make money until you become an executive. We don't even want to talk about you making money. Until you become an executive, you're a trainee and you ought to be paying us. Okay? This is a business. You start a business, you don't make money the first day when you're writing your business plan, and the first day you're doing the build out of your business. All right? Here's the other note I want you to make about Nu Skin that I think is absolutely critical. Our comp plan is based on real customers. Our comp plan is based on real customers. Every time a network marketing company gets in trouble, it's because they're selling the dream with no substance underneath it. It's all sizzle and no steak. A typical junk network marketing company, if you look at their paychecks, 80% of it is about hyping a business and convincing people to buy distributor packages and to buy training material and to buy a position. I receive checks each month that are bigger than the average American's yearly income, okay? You would love to have my check. And I'll tell you what, if I had Westnet Bladder's money, I would burn mine, all right? So, I mean, there's people that make more money than me. If you look at my check, and I do, I go out to my volumes of genealogy every month, somewhere between 82 and 86% of my check comes from fiercely loyal customers that order product every month. And about 16% of my check comes from the sign-up of new distributors and the sign-up of new doctors and people who join my business. Now, do you understand that that ratio is completely opposite of a network marketing company that's based on hype and it doesn't have real products. You guys have got to understand that we have real products with real customers and real money and real residual income flows from a customer. So, here's some categories that I put up on the board that I want you guys to understand. We have customers, and I want to talk about that. We sign up distributors. The smart ones go through a qualification process, become qualifying executives. Ultimately, you get to executive. Who was paying attention? What's the rule I told you to write down?
Don't make money.
Don't make any money till you make executive. You're not in the game till you make executive, okay? And then, here's the other piece I want you to write down. The real money comes from executive leadership. All right? And so the way I've shown this on the board is I've got a 0 under a customer because customer doesn't make any money. A distributor can make a little teeny tiny bit of money, maybe buy a cup of coffee. Qualifying executives make a little more. At executives, that's where you start to make money. But the big money is at executive leadership. You already, right now, know more about the comp plan than I did the first 5 months I was in the business, all right? I made Ruby in 100 days. They called me up and said, John, hey, you just want a success trip. You want a Ruby trip. And I said, what's a Ruby? Really? Because all I knew is the more customers I had, the more distributors I had, the more money I made. So let's talk about customers. There are 3 prices on our products: retail, wholesale, and an ADR price, and sometimes you'll hear them say preferred customer. It drives me crazy. We got so many different definitions. When I call into the call center, I go, I want to create an ADR. And they go, you mean a preferred customer? Okay, preferred customer is somebody that gets the best price. The ADR is the piece that I want you guys to understand. So let's just talk about that. The retail price of LifePak Nano, I think, is about $179. Is that right? Somebody know? Yeah. Close enough for this conversation. The wholesale price is around $135. I never want to sell product retail or wholesale. I will. The way I want to sell it, what's the ADR price? $125. The ADR stands for auto. I'm losing writing instruments here. Can you guys read blue? Automatic delivery. So that's not, you're not going to be able to see that. I'm just flying through this thing. Okay? So there's 2 pieces to this. There's the automatic delivery. What I want you to think about with automatic delivery is automatic money. Automatic money. If I put somebody on an ADR, I get paid 20%. Let's say I put somebody on a LifePak Nano plus Vitality at $150 a month. That means every time that product ships, I make $30. That means that customer is worth $360 a year for me. Do you guys realize I have customers that have been with me since 2005, 2006, 2007?
Not on the ADR.
You've got a customer that you make $300 a year on, that's been with you for 8 years. You just made $2,400. You guys get that? So here's what I'm telling you. A lot of times we're doing this business, everybody's so anxious to try to get to a pin title and go recruit a bunch of people, you forget to stop along the way and create customers. You forget to create customers. Customers are the core of our business. And the customers you want are not the ones that show up to your house once every 8 years and buy a product. The customers you want are customers that are on automatic delivery. And the reason that our group focuses on scanners in a product called LifePak Nano, why? What is the stickiest, most repeatable product in all of Nu Skin's catalog? LifePak Nano. Okay? So every LifePak customer you create is worth $25 a month to use, worth $300 a year. You get 100 of those, you'll make $2,500 a month, you make $3,000 a year. Doctors, did you hear that? 100 customers, $2,500 a month. That's pretty easy math, right? So customers are important. Distributors That is someone who wants to join our company and not do the business. I don't know why that position exists. They essentially, sometimes a mom just has 4 kids in college and she just wants to be the distributor and ship 4 products. Sometimes somebody says, oh, I like that galvanic supply, and maybe 6 months from now I'll sell one and pick up a little bonus. But these are hobbyists, and by definition they are doing less than $1,000 a month, and they're only going to make 5% on anything they sell. So that means by definition, what's the maximum paycheck a distributor can get? $50. That's to be a distributor. That's the maximum paycheck a distributor can get. Does anybody want to be a distributor? I don't. I want to be an executive distributor. There's a rule I gave you somewhere. What did it say? Something about you only make money when? Okay, you guys have.
John, explain the rewards. You skipped that part.
Oh, thank you, Tom. What's automatic deliveries? Boom, means the product ships every month. What's the reward piece mean? It's like a frequent flyer program. I fly 5 flights on Delta. They give me points on each flight. I cash in the points for a free flight. We give you 20% of the cost of the product every month